you were trying to get fitter, or even you were just struggling with your mental health, you could get support. Or if you were really chasing that next promotion, wanting to do more career courses, there was always a point of contact, and you were never far from a network to socialize with as well. So it's a perfect system. And then when I came into the yachting industry, all I saw was how amazing it was. But then I just got fully exposed to all these fragmented networks. I've fell victim to a scam, like trying to find a job. I've, gone through the wrong recruiters, the right recruiters. I've been on good boats, good owners, bad crews, good crews. Like it's been a real eye opener for me. And what I found was your security extends only as far as your contract allows. Because when your contract goes, you're back in the wild, wild west, and you've got to fend for yourself again. And, you're either really fortunate.
Welcome to the Yacht Captain Investor Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Kidd, where every week we dive deep into conversations with real estate pros, business owners, and maritime professionals about their mindset and journey to success. Please help support us on our journey and our channel by liking, subscribing, and commenting below so we can help you in your journey to success. How you doing today? Scott Kidd, the Yacht Captain Investor Podcast. Today I have the pleasure of having a friend of mine, Nick Santana of Grand Yacht Crew. How you doing today?
Yeah, good, mate. Really excited for this. Thanks for having me on.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time. And you have such a unique concept that you're coming out with, and the business you're working on is really, I think it's a game changer for a lot of different things. For people that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Nick Santana. I'm the founder and CEO of Grand Yacht Crew. We're a new company currently established in the UAE, so in Dubai. And we're building this amazing new concept where we're building a professional networking platform for the yachting industry. And it's a bold move. It's really exciting. And we're partnering with some incredible talent and partners around the world to just bring value to Yacht Crew, all under one platform. Me personally, my background is I was in the Royal Navy for 8 years before I did the transition into the yachting industry. And, I've been through that, giving longevity to a career. And, I traveled the world with the Navy, worked on different warships, had a great experiences in loads of different domains, and learned a lot through that journey. And then when I came to leaving, it was very stressful. There's that sense of loss of identity. What am I going to do next? Putting pressures on yourself. And when I did come to leave, I moved over to Australia, and I was trying to work my way into the yachting industry, and God knows I made every wrong decision that you can make. And I guess everything happens for a reason. I truly believe in fate, and I think my journey has led me on a path towards Grand Yacht Crew, because the struggles, the wrong moves, the mistakes that I made, it's shown me different sides of the industry, and it embedded this like purpose in me where I wanted to fix a lot of the problems of the industry. And then I became obsessed with this idea, and any entrepreneur will agree, like when you get obsessed with that idea that you've got, you just can't stop. And it's so funny how it evolves. I know me and you, Scott, have had conversations about how that initial idea will change over time, and that you don't end up actually building what you set out to build. And it's just evolved, and it's got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm now at a point where the concept is no longer a concept. We're actually building it now, and we're on track to launch at the end of the year. So it's it's exciting. The journey's been crazy. Yachting in Australia, across back to Europe, and then taking massive risks of stepping away from the industry to build this full time. It's been big sacrifice, big risk, but I believe it's for a noble cause, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
Nice. What would you say was your aha moment when you came up with this? Because I know we've had some several discussions about it, and just like other people to know where that came from.
So to give away my entire business idea, here's the
What is that again?
Yeah.
Let's take some notes. This is being recorded, so I'll look back over it later.
No, I'm quite an open book. there's, I'm not the only one. There's other similar concepts out there that are building
Yeah.
towards a launch as well. Like I've noticed that. And it's funny how when you're building, you start to do more market research and you become exposed to similar platforms and you start to see, oh, well, I'm not the only one who's had this idea. So, which is exciting. It shows there's a market fit. It shows that, there's competition and I love competing. So it's going to be fun. But yeah, I guess, I was so used to the military and the support systems, the networks, and how they extend beyond your core role. And no matter what, you always had a career development pathway. You always had, a mental health support system, health and fitness support system. You could get support with your finances. There was always that network for you to lean into. So if you were trying to get your first house, you're trying to, save money for a holiday, you were trying to get fitter, or even you were just struggling with your mental health, you could get support. Or if you were really chasing that next promotion, wanting to do more career courses, there was always a point of contact and you were never far from a network to socialize with as well. So it's a perfect system. And then when I came into the yachting industry, all I saw was how amazing it was. But then I just got fully exposed to all these fragmented networks. I've fell victim to a scam, like trying to find a job. I've, gone through the wrong recruiters, the right recruiters. I've been on good boats, good owners, bad crews, good crews. Like it's been a real eye opener for me. And what I found was your security extends only as far as your contract allows. Because when your contract goes, you're back in the wild, wild west and you've got to fend for yourself again. And you're either really fortunate and you get in the right circles and you get the good contacts, word of mouth quickly sends you to the next place. But, not everybody gets that luxury. And for me, it was about, well, why is there not a platform out there to bring it all together and put a support system similar to the likes of what is in the military in this industry? And ultimately, that's what we're trying to create. We're trying to create a centralized platform for the industry. So that way, not a single crew member will go without support. Crew can connect all across the world. And ultimately, we just want to streamline systems in the industry like job hunting, career development, even transitions for when you're leaving the industry. Like through people like yourself partnering with us, we can provide that financial literacy, give people opportunities to invest. We can, help people get their first home, their first rental. We can provide opportunities to help crew so they have a future that extends beyond their next contract. So, our slogan is your journey, our mission. We just want to build a platform, make it our mission to help everyone in the industry. And yeah, we're well on our way. So it's exciting.
It really is. It's fun to watch too, also, because I have noticed that, just throughout my 25 years on the yachts and stuff, everything is, coming from kind of a corporate world as well, where you have a kind of a structure and you kind of get on the yacht and it's kind of, you're on a private boat and it's kind of, you have a contract, but you don't have a contract. It's really, it can go away at any moment. You're really kind of susceptible to a lot of things. There's not a big support network. There's getting to be a lot more, probably, I would say in the last 5 years, it's probably gotten better. It's definitely better than the last 10 years, but there's not really a whole lot of, support really for this. And it is very fragmented and it's kind of more ad hoc, piecemeal together. Everyone has a lot of great ideas, but
no one's
putting
doing
them all together on one platform, or there's a bit of I don't want to say, how do I say this without being negative? It's just a lot of people are really into their niche, so they're not really interested in collaborating with other people. And I'm just been of the mindset that we can do more together. So collaborating is we can all grow from that. There's enough in all this for everyone. So plus us collaborating could come up with some other amazing ideas that we didn't think of when we're apart. So where do you see this? I know we've had some discussions that you're kind of in the the launch phase right now. I mean, what are your biggest struggles at the moment?
Turns out starting a company is not easy.
Yeah.
So, for
That.
any yachties listening that are thinking of starting a business, strap in. You've got to really love what you're building, because it's not going to always be, plain sailing. I guess project timelines never really go to plan. I'm a mastermind at strategy and planning, and when you're executing, it doesn't quite always hit the budget or hit the timelines that you're working with. So then you have to adapt, and it's just constant problem solving. So I guess adjusting to that as a day to day, has been a shock to the system, but it's been a good one, because lots of learning, rapid pivots, and, just keeping the business moving forward has been a real, a rewarding factor of the role that I'm in. I guess the challenge is, as an entrepreneur of a startup, you have to play every single role, every day. Like last night, 2 hours on the phone to solicitors, 3 networking calls spread out through the day, one starting at 4 a.m. to cater for time zones, the other midday between my lunch hour, and then the other one in just after I was on the phone to solicitors just to secure establishment, in the UAE. So we're drafting contracts day to day. We're doing marketing reviews. We're doing product development with the IT, and you ultimately have to know what's going on with absolutely everything at the same time, and then make your decisions based on the information in front of you. So it's a lot, and it can get overwhelming, but I'm very fortunate to have brilliant business partners, and to have partners like yourself coming in to collaborate. You just can't do a project like this on your own. And I think you'd be naive to think you can. That's why part of my model is about collaboration. It's about bringing the entire industry together, bringing those niche owners into the network, so we can have them be the experts, showcase their quality, their value that they bring to Yacht Crew. So it's exciting to bring all these people together, because it supports and helps me get through the tough times. And you and I both know there's been a few calls where I'm like, oh mate, this is getting hard. And it's learning, and I'm so stubborn, like there's one thing the military taught me, it's, how to not quit. Like there's no quitting me. I will keep going. And there's more, like I will die before I see Grand Yacht Crew fail. It's a fact. Yeah, I'm content. But yeah, learning about establishment has been a challenge, different contracts, requirements of different laws and stuff. So getting my head in the books, networking with the right solicitors, the right authority members with the different points of contact, that's been a recent challenge, but it's been great because I get to network with experts in their fields and I'm learning. The next thing is probably product development. There's this, there's me and Shane, my business partner, who's helping me build the platform. So we always talk about there's the vision and then there's the reality. And the reality is budget limited. So your vision is endless. Think Facebook, perfect. Unlimited budget, let's go. What can we build? Let's make it happen. We're a startup. I've got investors, but we're capped. We've got to manage cash flow. And I guess it's stretching that cash flow as far as we can go to get the absolute best product possible, because I will not launch without a product that I believe is going to be fit for purpose, truly fulfill its functions and actually add value to crew. So, but we're on track to, we're looking at December at the minute for a launch. So MVP due in December, and then we're going to kind of adopt a bit of an Apple like framework where every year we'll add new features. We'll do different versions of the platform. We want it to be truly scalable in all directions, and we want it to evolve. We want the partners who come into the platform to see opportunities to grow with us. And, we've got small startups, we've got big fish in the pond of the yachting industry joining, and exciting networking calls coming up to expand that network. So really exciting times, and I can't wait to just see it come to life. I get to see it in the background, and it's forming, but this time next year I think the conversations are going to be very different. So it's going to be fun.
They definitely are. I would say the stubbornness we've We have that in common. My last name's Kidd, so I'm too stubborn to quit. So it's my one of my best and worst qualities because there's sometimes where I
Yeah.
really should have.
Yeah. Probably should
But
have
that's okay.
stopped that one.
You know, that's okay. It's one of those things where when you can start to see the progress, and I would imagine you're starting to see it now, where you're not
Yeah.
far off from where your hard targets are, and then
Yeah.
you have a December launch. So what do you see after December? Because that's going to be in the middle of the yachting season and everything. So
Yeah.
that'll be really great to
Yeah.
see the app roll out at that time because that's when it's probably going to be very useful for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I guess for me, the goal is to deliver, a truly supportive platform and, integrate all these amazing partners from around the world who focus on those niche areas and provide referrals and support systems to crew. And then just watch it grow and then just truly optimize the efficiency of the app. We want to build that customer base. We want to, I'm not trying to be some small scale community here. Like I look at Grand Yacht Crew as the yachting community. We're not a small yachting community that we're going for. We want to target everyone. This is meant to be accessible for all because we want to provide support to everyone. So it's about growing hopefully at a rapid scale enough that we can handle. We don't want to grow too fast. We're very coordinated and we take things in a manner that we can control. And then, basically just grow, scale, bring in new partners, expand. We are going to monetize the platform. We want to leverage the revenue that we generate to give back to the community, provide awesome opportunities for crew around the world, and then also collaborate with partners like yourself where we can invest and sponsor, basically run in-person events in all the different marinas all around the world. So, we're shooting for the stars. I fully see myself at Monaco boat show within the years to come with my own business lounge and all of the business partners, coming in and networking, showing that we are a united front and we're having global impact on the industry. So we want to create new norms for job hunting. We want to partner with the best recruiters in the industry. We're not a recruitment agency. And just to shout this out to people, please stop sending me your CVs.
Okay, I'll stop doing
Yeah.
that. Okay, I'll stop.
No, but no, jokes aside,
I
send
was
them
hoping
away.
I would have got something by now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Sorry, Scott. Yeah, you're just not good enough.
yeah, well, but maybe next year I'll get a couple more
Yeah, that's
skills
it. You
and
got
I'll
the
get
way.
a
No, but like we are building a job board, but we're looking to partner with recruitment agents. So we're trying to be the connect. We're trying to facilitate the networking. That's our goal. We're not trying to become a recruitment agency. We're not trying to become one of these niche, businesses. We're trying to be the centralized platform that connects everyone, brings everything under one roof. So it's a massive project. It's not easy to do, but we're well on track, currently securing business partnerships with now 18 companies. We're hoping to take that to 20 at least before we launch. And then I have a vision of 50 by 30. I want 50 organizations under the Grand Yacht Crew umbrella by 2030. And it's just global scale from there, basically. We're just going to really shoot for the stars. So, but for now, baby steps, we build the product, we test it, we prove it, and then we launch it and we build from there. So it's going to be exciting.
Well, I think you're well on your way. And, I think I was listening to a podcast, I think yesterday or the day before, where they were saying that the amount of boats and crew are probably going to double in the next, 10 years or something like that. And I was pretty amazed at that. And
Yeah,
this, it's probably perfect timing for, building a great community and, the way you are and everything, you are building a community. And I see that that's what your focus is.
yeah,
But once you focus on that, all the right people will come and the wrong people will probably fade away. So
yeah,
I don't think
100%.
you're going to have any issues. And you are probably you said, going to be eventually based in Dubai. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, so we're establishing the company now. So we finished our first round of funding, which is supporting us go to market, which is really exciting. A lot of hard work went into that, so I'm really proud of that. And yeah, basically, so we're now going through the formalities of establishing the company, getting everything set up so we're compliant with UAE law, getting all the paperwork in place to, reflect the correct ownership and stuff, which is really exciting. And then ultimately we're building the internal systems so we have the capability to manage operations. Basically, we've got internal processes, codes of conduct, standards. We're building them all out from the ground up. We're trying to be very corporate in the way we operate. We're building this properly, and I've got amazing mentors that I'm really grateful for who are helping me, and advising me in the directions to go, checking my work over constantly. So I'm always humble. I'm not going to know all the answers. And when I do think I know the answers, there's probably more to learn. So I'm always getting a second perspective. I'm always checking things over with the experts that I know. And, we adapt. If I fail in certain areas, I just learn the lesson and go again. Like it's the same as like if we launch the product and then we come into issues, like it's fine. We just fix them and go again. Like we just don't stop. We'll just be relentless. So, but yeah, based in Dubai, but I just want to be a little globetrotter and, into places like Florida, Miami, Sydney, Monaco. I want to dart around. I want to meet the partners. Teams calls are fantastic, but
Yeah.
I want to meet in person. I want to get on the boats. I want to meet the crew. I want to go to the networking events and be there in person, and we take it one step at a time. But the vision for where I want to be is I'd like to be everywhere. And when I can't be there in person, we'll have trusted spokespersons there on behalf of me who are very connected with the business and ultimately integrated into the team. So, we're building a brilliant team. We've got a team of 6 now who are working internally. We have vendors that we outsource services from, expanding our team to 15. We've got a team of 7 building the app, which is awesome. So we're really going all out. It's no half measures at Grand Yacht Crew, that's for sure.
But you definitely can't do that. You got to go all the way. Got to go all in. The reason why I asked about Dubai, it just seems I've been meeting more and more people that are moving to Dubai and Bali. And
Yes.
Bali for the remote work, and Dubai because it's becoming such a business friendly hub for the Middle East, and it seems like it's coming on very strong with all the benefits and all the incentives they give you for starting businesses there, and it is a centrally located place for yachting. It's in the middle.
And I believe they've actually kickstarted a project to build another super yacht marina. So 5 years from now, I believe Dubai's gonna double in its like yacht capacity, and
half the crew will be working in Dubai on these 700-foot yachts.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. So
that'll be interesting. They are big.
It'll be interesting to see it grow, like for sure.
Most definitely. And where do you see, like after the launch? Where do you see like next steps over the next 6 months or so after the launch?
After we launch, so I guess it's fine tuning operations. Just actually being efficient with how we manage the platform. How we provide that service to crew, how we deal with support when people do reach out, and then ultimately building the relationships with the partners. Because for me, the value lies in the business partners that we bring into this platform, because they're the ones providing the service or, that niche product that can add value directly to the crew. But then they're also building those like micro communities within the platform. So we want to make sure that each partner gets the due care and attention that they deserve. And we want to help them grow, and then collectively we all grow together. So it'll be about, doing co-branded initiatives, campaigns for, in-person events, or even marketing like campaigns to promote awareness, provide educational content, or even just create opportunities for crew like in person. So I guess it's about bringing that vision to life, but actually exercising it in practice and making sure that we are learning lessons along the way. We're scrutinizing the hell out of it so we can constantly make it better. And then I believe April, it's just a coincidence. My 30th birthday is on the same day as Dubai International Boat Show. So for me, I'd like to,
What day is that?
The
What
12th
day
of
is that?
April. Yeah.
In case people want to send gifts,
Yeah,
to
that's right.
Dubai.
Yeah. Yeah. Find me
Actually,
in the marina.
mine is on the 3rd, so
Yeah.
that's
So I'll see you in
interesting.
Dubai as well.
Yeah, I guess I'll be over there then.
So, well, yeah, exactly. That's it.
I come
But
bearing gifts.
yeah. But no, this is it. I'd like to work towards a first official Grand Yacht Crew event at Dubai International Boat Show. That would
Nice.
be, that would be a dream come true for me. So, working towards things like that, and ultimately, we've got near 1,000 on the wait list already. We only launched that a few weeks back, and we've still got a good 3 months worth of development to go. So we're putting the word out, we're expanding, we're bringing in new reps, we're bringing in new partners, and we're raising funds still. So there's opportunities to scale, and I'm speaking to the right people. So it's exciting. It's going to be an exciting 3 months. It's going to be hard and stressful, but I'm excited to see what growth follows basically. So yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be fun when you start getting the revenue in the door. That's going to be the
Yeah.
fun part.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
wouldn't mind getting paid. It'd be nice to have an
yeah,
income again.
yeah. Once you can do that, then you're really off to the races. You can start expanding and bringing
Exactly.
in the right
Yeah,
talent, the right people that
yeah. And giving
help
back,
you.
we want to
Yeah,
give back to the community. A big thing for me is yes, we want to be profitable, and I know my business partners get twitchy when I start talking about money because I'm quite, I'll just take risks. I'm not in this for personal gain. I'm in this to build something massive and really give back. I want them to be profitable, but I also want to give back to the community. So it's going to be really exciting to allocate funds to different crew initiatives around the world.
yeah.
And
I
we've got really
think it's
exciting partnerships coming up that we can invest into, and it's going to be really cool to see where we can take that over the first year for sure.
Yeah, I think as you expand and the more you give, the bigger it'll get because
Yeah,
we'll just bring more people in, especially with the events and stuff. Because there's a real lack of organized crew events.
yeah,
There's boat shows and stuff, but those are more like on the party scene and stuff. But like the other
yeah,
stuff, like if you had fitness events and
yeah. And that's the
activities where people
beauty.
can go and do healthy things outside of
Yeah.
the boats and stuff, that will only just
And that's a big thing about what we're building, because our mission is to connect, support, empower, and we build the platform, we connect the crew, we partner with amazing organizations around the industry to provide support, but then we set a culture and we create new opportunities to empower crew. So I don't have to be the one who sets up the event. You can set up the event as a brand representative for Grand Yacht Crew. If you're passionate in a space, you've got a network in a marina, you want to host an event and you have this amazing idea, leverage our resources, connect with us, let's collaborate, let's build these amazing initiatives, and then crew get to feel part of something bigger. And
Mhm.
I see you do these networking events all the time, and the last thing we want is to build networking events that just turn into a piss up for everyone.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
about actually adding value. We want people to connect, and with connections, whether you start a run club or, you just do a general networking event about real
yeah,
estate investing, you don't know who you're going to meet, and your next
yeah,
captain could be there, and
yeah,
your next best friend or whoever it's going to be. So I
yeah.
think the value lies in the in-person events, but we've got to work towards getting to them. So we'll get there. It'll be
Well,
good.
yeah, it'll definitely get there. Well, I've noticed more and more as people get more into social media and AI and everything, the value of human interaction, the human touch is much more necessary, and it's much more rewarding because I know we started doing our meetups. It's got to be five years ago, and then I collaborated with another group, like-minded. And
Yeah.
the main thing is that our whole thing of it was just no sale, no soliciting, just networking, meeting people
Yeah.
that want to do real
Connections.
estate, and then we just talk, and it goes, it goes from there. And I've had a lot of people in the last few years just say, "Hey, we love coming here because no one's trying to sell us anything. No one, and I get to connect with people, and I've connected with people, and we're doing things together and stuff. And it
Yeah.
was really good for me because somebody else also asked me like, "Well, what are you getting out or trying to get out of this?" And I said, "Well, I'm getting everything. I'm putting people
Yeah.
together." And
Yeah.
because when I first started, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to talk to. Like, it was hard to find people. Now it's a little
Mm.
bit easier, but these groups that are in person and these in-person events are going to be so very valuable.
Yeah, 100%. And that's it with the groups like that, because we tested the grounds with WhatsApp and built all these groups, and the initial traction was incredible, like with thousands of yacht crew coming together and providing free support and educational advice, tips, jobs. It was wicked, like it was really cool.
Hmm.
But then as it evolved, I started realizing, I was like, we're aiding the problem here. Like, the problem is there is a million groups and
Hmm.
there's a million different platforms like
Hmm.
that people are using to connect. And I just thought, well, that's not where the value is. That's not where the vision is going to lie. So our entire efforts and focus now are in building this ultimate platform, basically. So yeah, I'm really excited. And everyone's like, oh, don't overpromise, underdeliver. And I'm just like, well, we won't underdeliver because I control when we launch. So
Yeah.
I will make sure we're ready, and it's going to be exciting. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we're good. It's really, yeah, it's something really
The only
fulfilling.
advice I would have to say to you is done is better than perfect. Just when
Yes.
you got the feeling, get it out there, then just keep asking for
Keep going. Yeah.
feedback and let everyone else in the community help you build
Yeah.
the platform because
Mm.
it'll never be perfect.
Yeah.
And but yeah, your point on I was just looking and thinking about my phone because I was looking at WhatsApp today, and there are a whole bunch of groups in there, most of which I have no idea what they what they are, and I have a hard time like figuring out like, well, I probably need to get rid of some of these, but
Yeah.
there's some of these people that I've needed to connect with in some of these groups, but it's going to take me fumbling through there to figure it out. But
Yeah.
one-stop shopping is would be better for connecting. Like if you were able
Yeah.
to
Yeah. We've
do it
got,
on the
so we're
social
building.
side, business side, you know.
Yeah, we're building, like, so to give a bit of insight into the app, which is exciting, and I'm happy to talk about it in this sense. Like, there's designs and stuff like that. It's a bit confidential, but this side of it's really cool. So we're building a community hub, and there's going to be the different networks within. So within these spaces, you'll get to connect with different types of networks within the industry.
Hmm.
So similar to like what you're saying with WhatsApp, having all the multiple groups, but then you get notifications left, right, center. This one is where you can control which groups you see, which groups you want to be
Hmm.
part of, and you can tailor, your networking within one app, which is great.
Hmm.
So you don't have to rely on Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Instagram. You can just go through one platform, which is really cool because I don't know about you, but I used to speak to my friends on WhatsApp, and now I don't.
Hmm.
Just got yachties left, right, and center and different groups, and it's like I'm using it less and less now because I'm tending to switch to like texting or Facebook Messenger or Instagram just to connect with like my family and friends, and even my Instagram now is becoming more yachty orientated, and it's like I'd like to take my personal social media back by bringing in this new app, and it'd be really cool to do that for a lot of other people too.
It's really great that you're bringing it all together. People that wanted to know where to find you and find out more about you, how would they find you? What would be the easiest way for them to find you?
So we've got an Instagram account, so Grand Yacht Crew, and there's a bio link which will take you straight to our website, so grandyachtcrew.com. And we've got a contact us page in there. So if anybody's wanting to connect with us, whether you want to get involved with the initiatives, whether you want to partner with us, or even if you're looking to invest potentially, there's opportunities in that website where you can connect, and I'll get to see all of the notifications that come through. So yeah, feel free to check out the website. It's grandyachtcrew.com.
This has been great. I really appreciate you coming on and taking the time to meet me today and tell everyone a little more about what you're working on, because I know it's going to be really big, and it's been pretty fun so far, and I think it's been a long time coming. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate it.
Well, again, really appreciate it. I'm Scott Kidd, the Yacht Captain Investor, and as always, as a reminder, the best investment you can make is the one you make in yourself. See you guys next time.